Hello students, we are studying kingdom fungi. Kingdom fungi. This kingdom, today we have to study about the reproduction in fungi, how fungi reproduce. So we have to study here reproduction in fungi. How fungi reproduce. So fungi reproduce by all the three methods. One is vegetative, asexual and sexual. They reproduce by all the three methods. These are number one is vegetative, second one is asexual, and third one is sexual. So we have to discuss one by one. First we have to see the vegetative is how fungi reproduce. In the vegetative method, in the vegetative reproduction, one is fragmentation. First method is fragmentation. One method is fragmentation. So, in this case, in the fragmentation, the hypha divides into segments, and each segments develop into new individual. So it is better to use the term as the mycelium. Mycelium divides into pieces, and each piece independently develops into new fungi, means new plants of the fungi. I suppose this is a fungi, it is a fungal filament. It is fungal filament. Suppose this is fungal filaments, and this fungal filaments breaks into different pieces. Suppose it breaks into three parts. So these part, it breaks into three parts. So this will develop into the complete fungal filament. This will also, and this will also. So when filament, this method is very common in the filamentous fungi. So in this case, the filaments or the mycelium breaks into pieces, and each piece independently develops into new fungi. Now next method after the fragmentation, next is fission. Next method is fission. What happens in the fission? Generally, the fungi, it is very common in yeast. This method is very common in yeast. What happens in case of the yeast? We can have this one is the first in yeast. Suppose this is individual. New individual is there. This individual and this construction is created inside, in between, and nucleus divides into two nuclei and then both develops into new individuals. In this first nucleus divides, you have studied in the cell division. First karyokinesis, then cytokinesis takes place. So here nucleus divides and then cytoplasm divides. So it ultimately produces two individuals. We studied in the I think in previous lesson as in the fission, binary fission, multiple fissions in the algae. So you remember, you are familiar to the fission. So they break to produce the individual. Now next one is budding. This is very common method in case of the budding. This method is very common in case of the yeast. When conditions are the favorable, so they produce by the process of the budding. A bud is originated as an outgrowth on mother plant. Suppose this is plant is there and this ultimately producing, and it produces as the outgrowth, and after that this outgrowth increases and this ultimately it contains outgrowth is contain a bit of nucleus and it detached from the mother plant. Always this is, but its size is small. Its size is smaller than the size of the mother cells. So this is bud. So the process is called as the budding. So by this way also fungi divides. So this is budding. And next method we have to study idea. Here idea, what happens in the idea? This is, suppose this is fungi, this is fungal filament. So the hypha undergoes into division and produces the yeast-like bodies. Means the filament undergoes into the fragmentation and produces rounded yeast-like bodies, and these rounded yeast-like bodies producing new individual. Suppose if you study, you find that it is, this is, suppose this is the fungal filament and they producing such type of the bodies and which separate and they producing new individual. So they having a rounded body just like the yeast. So these are called the oidia. And next, this is very important, but it is found only a few fungus as chlamydospores. It is chlamydospores. Next one, chlamydospores. Actually, the chlamydospores is a resting spores. It is a resting spores. It is found in some fungi, and generally this is found during the unfavorable conditions. So this is the resting spores. This is so these are the resting spores, and when favorable conditions come, they resting spores. So when favorable conditions come, they produce new fungal or new thylus. So in this way, these are the various methods of vegetative reproduction. Now we have to discuss next one, the asexual reproduction. Next one is asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction. In case of the asexual reproduction, it takes place different type of the spores. It is when it takes place by spores. And these are the different type of the spores. And next one, the conidia. A variety of the spores are there. One is the zoospores. These zoospores are motile. The zoospores are motile. They have flagella by which they can move. And next one, the apellospores. Apellospores, actually these spores are not able to move. This is motile and this is non-motile. Other spores are there, iridospores and sporangiospores, spores, etc., etc. A variety of these spores are there. Now next the conidia. This is very common method of the reproduction in few class of fungi. So in case of the conidia, these are produced on the conidiophores, and conidia generally directly generate to produce new individual. They are found in the conidiophores. This is, suppose this is fungal filament, this is fungal filament, and this a little outgrowth originate, and it moves vertically. It moves vertically, and after it goes upside more and more, and we start producing the conidia. These are the bodies, and which, so this structure is conidiophore, and this is conidia, and these conidia germinate directly to form new individual, new thallus. Now next one is sexual reproduction in fungi. Next one, this is asexual reproduction, that is takes place mainly by the spores and the conidia. Now next one is, after asexual reproduction, next one is sexual reproduction. How sexual reproduction takes place in fungi. Sexual reproduction. How the sexual reproduction takes place in the fungi? Sometimes, and in some cases, both male and the female reproductive organs are found on the same thallus. Such situation is called as the homothallic condition. One term is there for the sexual reproduction. One is homothallic. Homothallic, when both male and the female structures are found. This is symbol of male plus female reproductive structures are found on the same thallus. It is found in the same thallus. Such situation is called the homothallic condition. Homothallic means, monoecious and dioecious condition. In monoecious, that when both male and the female reproductive structures are found on the same individual, this situation is called as the monoecious conditions. And the same way here, since plant body is called as the thallus, so we use the term as the homothallic condition. When both male and the female reproductive parts are found on the same thallus. This condition is called the homothallic condition. Now next one is the heterothallic condition. Heterothallic, homothallic and the heterothallic. When both male and the female reproductive parts are found on the different thallus. This situation is called as the heterothallic condition. Hetero means either the thallus, in this situation thallus contains either male or female reproductive structure. Either male or the female reproductive structure is found. Such situation is called as the heterothallic condition. You know dioecious condition, dioecious and monoecious you have studied. This is situation is here we use the term as the dioecious condition. When the individual contains either male reproductive part or the female reproductive part. Since in case of the fungi, for the plant body we use the term as the thallus, so it is heterothallus when the thallus contains either male reproductive part or female reproductive part. So next one is the steps of sexual reproduction. What are the steps of the sexual reproduction? So before steps, we have to study different type of the sexual reproduction. In means all the three types of sexual reproduction are found in fungi. All the three types of sexual reproduction are found in the fungi. So one is isogamous, anisogamous and oogamous. Means one is isogamy. Isogamy when both the gametes are morphologically similar but physiologically different. One works as the male strain and other work as the female strain. One works as the male gamete while other works as the female gamete. Both are morphologically similar. Morphologically we cannot differentiate which gamete is male gamete and which gamete is the female gamete. So here in case of the isogamy, both male and the female gametes are morphologically similar, but physiologically different. So here in this case morphologically similar. Suppose this is one gamete is there and one gamete is here. Both gametes and these gametes fuse together, and in this way they produces the zygote. So this is, both gametes are similar in morphologically but dissimilar in physiologically. This is isogamy. And next one is anisogamy. Second one is anisogamy. Both the gametes are morphologically and physiologically different. Morphologically and physiologically different in this situation. One is big in size and other is small in size. Generally, big in size work as the female gamete, while the which is small in size work as the male gamete. So in this case, anisogamy, what happens? Both morphologically and physiologically different. Both gametes are morphologically and physiologically different, as this is one gamete is here and other gamete is, see here, this is big gamete and this is small in size, and one worked as the male gamete while other worked as the female gamete. So both morphologically and physiologically different gamete fuse to perform the process of the sexual reproduction. And next one is oogamy. Then third is oogamy. Here it is just like anisogamous. Here both male and the female gametes are different in morphologically as well as the physiologically. But in this case, male gamete is motile while female gamete is non-motile. Male gamete is small in size and motile, while female gamete is big in size in comparison to male gamete and also big in size and non-motile. So here in the oogamy condition, male gamete small in size and motile, while female gamete is big in size, and non-motile. If you see the structure of male gamete, this is male gamete, it is very small, while this is female gamete. Female gamete is very big in size. So this is male gamete and this is female gamete. It having flagella, but it can move, and female gamete have no flagella, it cannot move. But this is small in male gamete is small in size and female gamete is big in size. So these are the different types of this sexual reproduction on the basis of the gametes. So now next one is step. So sexual reproduction contains or consists of following 3 steps. It is consists of following 3 steps. Sexual reproduction consists of following 3 steps. It is consists of following 3 steps. Number 1 is plasmogamy. First step is plasmogamy. Plasmogamy means fusion of protoplasm of the gametes. It involves the fusion of protoplasm of gametes. This is first step. When gametes come in contact with each other, their plasma membrane dissolves and the protoplasm of the both gametes mixed together. Here, suppose what I am in the plasmogamy. This is, suppose this one gamete is there, and this is another gamete is there. They come together. This is the one gamete, and this is another gamete. And where they come in the contact, this process is called the plasmogamy. One nucleus is here and one nucleus is here. So this process is called the plasmogamy, the fusion of protoplasm of the gamete. This process is called as the plasmogamy. Next one is karyogamy. Second step is karyogamy. Karyogamy. Here fusion of. Here karyogamy is fusion of male and female nuclei. The second step, that is karyogamy, and this karyogamy means fusion of the nuclei. One is male nucleus and another is female nucleus. So this is, suppose this is male gamete and this is female, this is male and this is female, this is male and this is female. So here what happens, both, this is one gamete is here plus one gamete is here, both gametes fuse together and results into the fusion of the protoplasm, both. And here there is no fusion of the nuclei, but in this case both the nuclei fuse together. Both the nuclei fuse together. This process is called as the karyogamy, the fusion of the gametes. And what happens after the fusion of gametes? Zygote is produced. The third process is there. Third steps. Third step is there. Here, as the result of the karyogamy, it is diploid in nature, and this structure is called a zygote. This structure is called as the zygote. It is zygote, and this zygote undergoes into meiosis division to produce haploid spores. So next step, meiosis. Meiosis in zygote to produce haploid spores. To produce haploid spores. This is process is there. So as a summary we can write here, we can study here. So first is plasmogamy plus karyogamy result in production of zygote. This zygote is 2n, diploid in nature, and this zygote undergoes into meiosis cell division. Undergoes into meiosis. into meiosis cell division, and as a result spores are produced. As a result spores are produced, and these spores are haploid in nature. These spores are haploid in nature. These spores producing new hypha. So that's for today. Next time we will discuss about the classification of fungi. So thank you. That's for today only.